Time to talk about the turd in the wind. We are Venom. What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Time for me to review Venom. Directed by Ruben Fleischer, the director of Zombieland and directing Zombieland 2, coming out soon. And this movie stars Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock / Venom, and also starring Michelle Williams, Riz Ahmed, and a bunch of other actors. In this film, Eddie Brock / Venom, played by Tom Hardy, is a journalist who has his own TV program. And in this film, he discovers this alien symbiote program called the Life Foundation, and he wants to find out some answers from Dr. Carlton Drake, aka Riot, played by Riz Ahmed. He thinks there's some shit going on with them until he gets caught with the symbiote himself and becomes Venom. And so Eddie Brock has to protect his love life and some other people so that they don't get hurt themselves. That's as vague of the plot explanation I'm gonna get, because this movie had some really interesting things in it. And of course, guys, this review is spoiler-free, so if you haven't seen Venom, I will be doing a spoiler-filled talk with my cousin, Patrick, coming up on my channel in the next few days. If you have not seen Venom yet, don't worry, there's no spoilers in this review. You are safe here. I was excited for this movie. I liked Venom a lot. I think he's a great comic book villain for Spider-Man. As far as movies in the past, though, he was horribly treated in Spider-Man 3. Yeah, fuck you, Topher Grace. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock / Venom. That had me excited. But this film has been getting some backlash. There's some people that like it and people that didn't like it, or are split in the middle. Now, where do I stand with Venom? I enjoyed this movie. I don't give a shit. I really enjoyed the movie. I think it's a little underrated and underappreciated. And I don't think it deserves the hate it's getting right now. It's not a perfect movie by any means. The biggest praise I can give Venom is Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock / Venom. Perfect casting right there. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock is fantastic and way better than Topher Grace ever was. As the character of Eddie Brock, he's got a really distinct personality. And he's the type of person that you like to hate at times. And you know that Venom is a villain, but in this film as an anti-hero, you really do appreciate things about him. He's sarcastic, he's quippy, and he's funny, and Tom Hardy has those personalities. And he was just made for this role, man. I'm glad they casted him. I also love the relationship with Eddie Brock and Venom in particular. It's like a Red and Stimpy type of relationship, or a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It really is that really cool type of bond and relationship. It's kind of like a dark relationship comedy. And the look of Venom is amazing. Venom looks totally jacked, big as hell, and he will eat your face off if you even dare to hit him. How faithful this film was to the comics also really does impress me too. The action sequences are a lot of fun. There's a fun car chase in the film that is really good and entertaining. There's also a fantastic action scene that goes down in a lobby with all the lights out. You'll know what scene I'm talking about. It's badass, it's awesome, and it's just something that people should talk about. There's a lot of cheesy dialogue in the film, and that really does have those Sam Raimi callbacks with the quirkiness, the corniness, and it's something I go into expecting. I want the corny, I want the cheesy dialogue. I was laughing out loud in a lot of scenes with Venom and Eddie Brock. There's a good amount of jokes that I was chuckling to, so if you have a script that has some good humor, you know you're doing a good job. I would say there's a good amount of characters wasted in the film. Like Michelle Williams as Tom Hardy's love interest, she was definitely the biggest wasted. She's a lot like Lois Lane. She just runs around and does stuff. Doesn't get involved much in the action. And Michelle Williams, terrific actress. You could have done so much more with her. And she was just there. Riz Ahmed as Riot and Carlton Drake was a mustache cartoonish villain. He was laughable. And many of his motivations is very cliche. They don't make sense. And it's the type of character that you've seen a million times before. And it's just an underwhelming villain. Big CGI action scenes in the final act that was just very obvious. With the fire and Riot and Venom's fight. Could have been, so many flying shots and a lot of dark shots. You couldn't even see what was going on. So overall, the CGI could have been better. And also the story was very bland at times. The script had some issues they could have fixed. I enjoyed this movie. I don't care. I think it's underrated. It's a pretty entertaining movie. There's great parts to it. There's not great parts to it. But Ruben Fleischer, he did a pretty solid job. Tom Hardy, can't wait to see what else they do with him. And I would love to see another Venom movie because this movie entertained me. So on my rating scale, I'm going to give Venom a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely not perfect. Just right there at the pretty solid line. Alright guys, that was my spoiler-free review for Venom. Stay tuned to my spoiler-filled review with my cousin, Patrick Preston, coming up in the next few days. Look forward to that. And what were your thoughts on Venom, guys? Did you love it, think it was okay, or did you absolutely hate it? I have a couple of Spider-Man ranking videos coming out to celebrate Venom. Stay tuned to my ranking of all the live-action Spider-Man movies with that, and as well as my ranking of the Spider-Man movie villains as well. Thank you guys as always for watching this review, and if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below. Click that notification bell on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!